guys, it's Riley from Riley's Marine. So you've seen this auction police whaler before, and it's running pretty good now. The only problem is it has no creature comforts, no bells and whistles, and that's usually okay, but it doesn't even have electronics, doesn't have a radio, it doesn't even have a cup holder. Luke, being the owner of this boat, fairly cheap guy. We're also in the process of upgrading to Sea Pro, so we've been joking around, we're going to call this boat Spare Parts. So I have a bunch of spare parts we're going to put on this thing, and not everything's the nicest. Some stuff has issues, but it'll be fine. Then I also have some other little things I'm just going to replace in this boat because in the 3 or 4 times we've used it, I realized it's kind of annoying. Let's start with the stuff that just needs to be addressed, needs to be fixed. So besides the elephant in the room, which is a fuel tank, we're not fixing that today. That's a much down the future problem. So ignore the cans on the deck that are sitting right next to the battery. Perfectly safe. So here's our anchor light. It's kind of annoying. You have to store it or leave it right here at all times, and it won't stay lit. You gotta constantly hit it. I know it's probably just a little bit of corrosion in the light bulb, but I still don't like it because you gotta store it, and that's all annoying. So I'm going to replace that with just a normal anchor light that mounts somewhere. I just gotta find somewhere for it to mount. I just got these cheap cup holders from Amazon, and already everyone's complaining that I got the wrong ones, these ones suck, blah, 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 because the drinks are going to fall in and fall out. I said, well, sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. I'll put the cup holders in. Stop complaining. Next on the list, we have just some courtesy lights, because it gets dark inside this cabin at night, like really dark. And yes, the nav lights, stern lights work, so other boats can see us, but I'm talking like, make sure you don't trip on something on the floor. So I just have a couple courtesy lights that I'm going to install, and that will just make it look cooler, allow you to not stub your toe. So I think that's about all the things that was really bought new. All the other things are reclaimed, reused, recycled, halfway works, but still better than nothing. The first thing on the list being, check out our brand new Scar Audio. Nah, just kidding. On Luke's Sea Pro, one speaker stopped working, you only buy them in sets of 2. So I replaced both the ones on the same side, so they both look the same. Because we replaced one was nice shiny white, the other one's a little faded. So now we have one leftover speaker. So this boat's going to get one speaker. We also have the old radio from the Sea Pro, which is nice because it's like the size of a gauge. The only issue is, where are we going to install it? I could just cut a hole on the dash, but usually the goal of mine is when I'm working on boats is to cut less holes. So what I'm going to do is just replace this piece of starboard, move the 2 gauges over, and cut in a 3rd hole, so it'll be probably 1, 2, 3, but the radio will go right there. Now, our one speaker placement, I'm not sure, maybe over here or something. I don't want it too far down low, because you might kick it, and over there, I'll probably get kicked. There's not really much room or good places to put them in this boat. So probably right about there, so it means I gotta cut a big hole. That's not a problem. All right, what else do we have? Oh, we have a wireless charger that we can install. That requires cutting a hole. I'm not sure when to cut that. It's just nice because you just put your phone in there, charges it, keeps it safe. I'll probably put that somewhere about there or so. I think that'd be a good spot for it. We do obviously have a Humminbird right there. I'm not a fan of the Humminbird, and that's kind of why I got to switch to Garmin, because Garmin is so much better. But I really hate for this nuisance of a Humminbird to come back to life on another boat of his that I'll constantly be on, constantly have to deal with. This boat does have a transducer and all the wires for a Garmin already. If you come back up here, I guess when this boat went to auction, someone's like, yeah, I'm just taking the 12-inch Garmin and leave everything else. It's a Garmin GT52 transducer, which is a pretty nice transducer. I think I looked it up, and it's like $300 brand new, and they still sell it. So there's no reason for us to even put a different transducer on it if we get another Garmin. If we get a 12, it'll just bolt right up, but probably not get a 12. Probably like a 7 or 9, something that at least we can tell where we are and see bottom. I'm going to start with taking the dash out, just because I can. It at least gives me something to do, something to look at, something that's different.
So we have to disconnect a couple of these things, cut a couple zip ties, make sure you don't cut a wire. Disconnect the harness plug.
Look, now we got the old dash out. And just like that, gauge pops out. Same for the other side. Still a good piece of starboard we use for something else. Maybe we'll use it on a John boat, and all these pieces will go like down in the hierarchy. Every boat gets upgraded, but it's relative to what the boat like was before. So it's still an upgrade. So I got a new piece of starboard. It's black. I think a black piece will look better. And here's the old one. So what I'm going to do is just lay it down on there. All right, there's our piece. I got the piece of starboard in the vise. I used my jigsaw. I marked it twice, so hopefully I cut on the right line. I marked it with a Sharpie, so it's a nice fat line. So hopefully I do everything right. Not too bad.
I think I could check and see if we have a bit, because then you could use that as your guide for the router.
Super complicated. You know, it's really easy. Hole saw.
What have we switched roles or something? Like, what?
Zing, 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 done.
And then sit there and file it for. I mean, do whatever you want.
No, I mean if I had the right side.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the this would be the bit. You put that in the router, drill a hole, and then you set it so this. The ball rides on this, you know what I mean? And you stick it through, and you have it set, and you just ride the ball around there, and then in theory the bit cuts the stuff. But have that.
I'm doing hole saw.
Can't wait to see the comments. When it comes to building, you definitely do not do things the way I would do it.
Because I usually do them with the right stuff. So I'm doing it as close as I can with slightly the wrong stuff.
I just gave you the correct solution with the right proper tools that you have to make it work properly. What? Whatever, dude. Riley doesn't like power tools. I, on the other hand, said this before, but I only feel like I get anything done if I'm using power tools.
I like hole saws because you put the bit exactly where you need it, and it's going to make the perfect hole exactly where you need it. As you saw, I already have the new dash piece cut out, but where everything's going to go, I need to cut out some of the fiberglass behind here, so I've already made my marks. I'm going to take my jigsaw. So I cut out all the extra fiberglass in the back. This is my first test fit, and it actually looks pretty dang good. Let me get out the way. You guys take a look. So I got one speaker, like I said. It's a 6.5-inch Scar, so it should bump. I was kind of thinking up here originally, but I was like, I don't know. I think I'm going to put it down here. The main reason is if we ever decide we want to add a second speaker, we can add one in the same spot on the other side, and it would match. I really wish I had a hole saw for this, but I don't. So this is what you do when you don't have a hole saw. Oh. Also make sure there's nothing on the other side. There shouldn't be, but this is your last chance. That should be enough to get me started. All those holes are for, so I have a spot to put my jigsaw blade. Test fit. Money. Nice. So I'm working on now is this door that opens and closes. There's nothing to hold it. So I found this little loop thing. And there's one of these guys. It's a little latch with a hook. So I'm going to install this to the sidewall. The reason I'm doing this is because the doorway that goes up into the cabin does not stay open. It swings back and forth. And we have the isinglass. So this time of year, it's hot during the day, but cold at night. So when it's hot during the day, it's nice to keep this open. There's little port windows up front. So we'd open those, get a nice through breeze through it. But it'd be nice if this door wasn't flying back and forth. So it's something simple, fast I can do. That'll make a big difference. Perfect. Nice and tight. It's gonna rattle a little bit, but it is what it is. All right, so we're approaching the end of things. I didn't really come up with a good idea for the anchor light, so I might ignore that for now. But we got the radio in, it's wired up, got that latch put in for the door, got the speaker in. Next, I'm gonna install these little courtesy lights because it is very dark inside the cabin at night. You can't see. So, trying to find a good spot for them where they'll both be, because I have two of them. So you want a spot where they're going to be equal on both sides. Since we already have wire running across and down for the speaker, thinking maybe one right there, or maybe might be able to squeeze them up in that corner. How do you like that? Then I got to make sure I can fit on the other side because I have a rigging tube right there, so I want to be a little bit even. So probably right there, so that way, the higher you get them up, the more they illuminate. But you also don't want to make them blinding, which is why these have eyelids. But if it's under here, that would work really well. So now I need to go inside and just inspect and make sure there's room. Check that out. If I can open this up. Money. All right, so we have this little door right here. Oh, okay. You look right where you see the daylight. That would be good. We have over there, right where we put the sticky tab, but that's fine. But I'm thinking right about. Another thing on the list to do is for the isinglass, it has these clips. And this is actually the only one that is still there. All the rest look like that. There's 4 of them. Well, that one just broke off, so did that other one. And the reason these are important is the inner ones hold the isinglass in this shape when you have it closed, but the outer ones you can move the isinglass over and it holds it tight. We just need to replace them, so I'm gonna do that now. Hopefully I can get these screws out. Now how do I get this out? There's nothing left of it. Oh god, that's just crumbling apart. That's bad. All this metal's rotten. That looks like it's like rotten wood, but if you actually look close, it really is just metal. They're not quite the same design. They're close. I already did one as a test before I showed you guys, just in case it didn't work. I think it's gonna work just fine. First I'm gonna do a dry fit with no silicone. That way I can get the holes drilled and everything without making a mess. Then I'm gonna silicone everything and put it back down, clean up all the caulk, and it'll be done. Then I only gotta do it 2 more times, so I've already done it 1 time. This one doesn't quite sit quite like the other ones. There we go. That's how to beat it. killer quality. Comes from factory with wet wood and wet foam. Hole's too close for comfort. Let's try to fit this one crooked. Maybe get some meat. Alright. Make sure all screws go in. Oh! Hole through the floor. That's free of charge. But since these have a design that's open right there, I'm just gonna caulk it all up. Mainly in the area where that latch is. It's not exactly a design that I love.
Well, if you do too much, you're not going to be able to lift that ring up and down.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that. Which is why I'm going to try. Just keep opening and closing them until it dries. It keeps pushing out of the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and set this back down. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's why I was kind of go like that. Make a little groove, maybe a groove full silicone. I really don't know. I mean, I wish it was fully enclosed, but then it's fully enclosed. It holds water and it'll freeze. All right, now I'll do it 2 more times. So it's been a few days, and I'm back at the boat to finish up all the stuff I had planned. The next thing on the list is install the wireless charger. Plan on putting it right about there. Just gotta cut the hole for it. So I don't have a drilling template or a cutout template for this wireless charger, but I'll use the faceplate, and it's a hair bigger, but I'm gonna just use that as a reference to get the hole started. Then I can just trim it where it needs to be. Alright, so the wireless charger is done. So next up, I'm going to start hooking up the anchor light. So the wire went all the way back, and I got to get it upwards. There's no good way to do it, so I'm kind of just trying to tuck it inside of the isinglass like canvas. There's not enough room to really put on the inside, so I'm just kind of running right there. It's all you can really do. It'll be okay. At least we have a working anchor light. So I'm going to take this wire, I guess run on the back side of right here. And then pop it out right here, because right on the other side of that is an anchor light. It's not the ugliest thing I've ever seen, but it's pretty ugly. Alright, let's go wire up the rest of the anchor light. So it's been a little bit since I did all the upgrades to the boat, and I was actually editing the footage, and I was like, wow, I just kind of stopped abruptly. The radio works great. I wish I could play some music, but I cannot afford any of the copyrights on any of those songs. The lights work great. It's just not quite dark enough. The sun is going down, but it's not dark enough yet to show you those. But we've just been using this boat and doing so many other things. So now we're wrapping up this video. It's also become the time of the year where I can actually record more stuff. It's not freezing cold out. So be on the lookout for some more videos, but also it's the time of the year where everyone wants their boat fixed. So I'm trying to pump out more videos, but also don't have time to really do that much. But I'm doing my absolute best. I'm working on boats 12 hours a day, then I'm getting home, editing and all that kind of stuff. It's been really hard, but I'm doing my best to get out at least one video every 2 weeks. That's 2 videos a month. So the more you guys like and the more you guys subscribe, the less boats for customers I have to work on. So that means the more videos I have time to put out for you guys. So if you guys really do like watching these videos, just like, subscribe. And I think I've been talking long enough here, so I'm gonna bring this boat back to the slip, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.